Hey guys, free here again. Let's look at what happened this week. Quite a lot has happened. We saw some interesting data releases for the African market or the domestic economy, as well as some international developments, most importantly, the inauguration of the US President Donald Trump as the 47th president. So let's look at the domestic market, what happened, and what we can expect from this, as well as what can we expect from the Trump administration. So inflation for December was released at 3%, marginally lower than the 2.9% for November, which is good news. We know that the Reserve Bank likes low inflation, and that might lead to another interest rate reduction of 25 basis points in the meeting of the MPC next week. So hopefully we will see a 25% basis points cut. And then we also saw the release of retail trade sales as a proxy for demand within the economy. Analysts and market economists expected 5.5% growth for the month of November, and it came in at 7.7%, which is telling us that demand was actually better than expected. So hopefully the rate reductions of September and November played a role in that, but we must not forget that the two-part system kicked in, and when the two-part system kicks in, it means that maybe consumers had more money available in November to do these purchases of goods and services that they actually needed or maybe wanted. On the international front, we know that Trump was inaugurated and he made some interesting points with his inauguration speech. He had some couple of interesting points. The border crisis was important to him. He declared it a national crisis and deployed the military to that effect. The end of the DEI policies within the US in terms of hiring practices. He's going to visit some trade agreements with the rest of the world. He withdrew from the World Health Organization, telling the world that they've ripped off the United States, in his words. And he's also said to drill, baby, drill. So that means the US will become, or attempt to become, energy independent and export their oil and gas and natural resources to the rest of the world, which might lower international oil prices and lower inflation as a result. He also talked about getting manufacturing back into the US. Hopefully that will happen for them, and then that will boost markets in the medium term. And what does it mean for South Africa? Well, South Africa has been the friend of some naughty states in the international arena. We've been friends with Iran, China, and Russia. And we know that Trump doesn't take well to that. You're either a friend or an ally to him, or you're an enemy. And we try to be neutral internationally, although we're friends with these, say, naughty countries. And well, hopefully that will not come back to bite us. We know that Sasol has got a big plant at Lake Charles, a petrochemical plant, and that may help if the economy is growing and they're becoming energy independent, as well as the AGOA agreement that we have got going with the US. And hopefully, if we stay out of the way of the US, in inverted commas, the South African economy can benefit from the rising tide that lifts every boat high in terms of economic speaking, meaning that if the US economy is doing good, it might affect us and might lift us higher if we, say, behave ourselves in the Trump world without suffering too much of the tariffs that he's envisioning for his trading partners that he feels have an unfair advantage towards the American counterparts. Then the market already priced in the Trump administration last year. We know that the rand was trading at some point at 17 rand 10 cent to the US dollar, and then it went to 19 rand, and now it's back at 19.50 rand. So basically, the market has already priced in the Trump administration and the effect thereof on emerging markets. Hopefully, we can keep the rate stable. We know that a stable exchange rate with low international oil prices means low inflation for us, for imported goods especially, and also for our fuel costs of knowing that we transport a lot of things from the coastal ports inland. So hopefully we can benefit from the growth in the US, or supposed growth in the US that they expect. And then going forward, I will try to have the channel a bit more interactive, graphs and stuff, so which I'm talking about at the back when I'm speaking. I'm working on the solution, and hopefully we can have a fruitful discussion, and we can exchange some ideas. and hopefully you'll interact with me, and we can take it from there. I would love to hear what you guys think, and until next time, cheers.